Victoria's major party leaders are avoiding questions over the cost of their major policies, with the Premier facing pressure over the government's landmark infrastructure build, the suburban rail loop. Victorian political reporter Simon Love has the details.
It was back to bread and butter issues, public transport and healthcare, after a night of questions at the People's Forum. The Premier again under pressure over the cost of the suburban rail loop.
What is the estimate for the second stage of the suburban rail loop? But don't Victorians have a right to know how much those first two stages are estimated to cost?
Well, hang on a second.
A 90-minute news conference dominated by fair demands for a figure. 24 questions dodged.
You're talking about the first two stages. 35 won't be open till 2035 because it's a big project. And again, that will be a matter for future governments.
The Premier adamant more work needs to occur on the northern section of the project after a former federal Treasury economist deemed the policy the worst infrastructure project of all time.
You could get the same outcome by spending 1/100th of that money by just buying electric buses and shuttling people around, you know, the middle ring to the airport.
But the talk on taxpayer dollars wasn't isolated to Labor. Matthew Guy fending off calls to confirm just how much he's spending.
You've made $30 billion in spending pledges, though. How can you afford this?
Well, number one, I don't think that's true. And number two, you'll see all our costings tomorrow. They will all be ticked off. They will all add up, and we'll have debt that will be significantly lower in the forward estimates than the Labor Party.
It's not true. How much have you spent?
You'll see that all tomorrow, Simon. Every single cent of it.
The coalition is continuing its push to reclaim Labor seats in Melbourne's southeast. Matthew Guy targeting the growth suburb of Cranbourne with another big spending announcement. A pledge to bring forward its $2 flat fare for public transport policy to the 1st of January at a cost of $140 million, as Labor pitched a $51 million package to encourage more doctors to become GPs and allowing pharmacists to carry out more work to take the pressure off those practitioners.
We have experienced a real shortage of GPs in our state, and it's never been harder to access primary care.
Simon Love, Sky News, Melbourne.